Good morning, everyone. My name is Taylor. I am a certified self-love coach. I'm also a single mother of 3. So if you hear them, see them, just know that's me. They are mine and they are love, okay? You may also hear my boys in the background. They're playing Beyblades this early in the morning. They got out of school early today, or their school was closed today because of snow. So it's a nice little snowy, cozy little day today. And my daughter is next to me, so she might pop up. She just woke up, so. But anyway, let's get into the video. Soul in Love with You. This channel is a branch off of my self-love coaching business. And I'm going to use these videos as another form of healing for myself, healing for anyone else who needs it. What I do as a certified self-love coach is I help women who find themselves in the same repetitive toxic cycles, relationship-wise, go within for love, and breaking those cycles using journaling, mindset transformation, meditation, anything that will help us to change the way that our minds are. Hold on, y'all. But anything that will help us change our mindset and realize that the love that we've been searching for in other people is actually within us. And sometimes when you realize that you set your higher standards, you set your boundaries, and you attract better love and a better life, right? So that's what I help women do. I will leave my handles down below. I'll probably say that another time during this video at some point. But yeah, that is what I do. So yeah. How did I get here? How did I start my self-love journey? I started my self-love journey, I'm going to say it was a year ago, actually. I started my self-love journey about a year ago. It all started when I was younger and experienced a trauma.
You said that last night.
I said what? Last night, girl.
Trauma.
Last night. You sure I said trauma last night, girl?
Yes. I said it last night.
When I experienced a trauma, that literally caused me to eat my secrets. I was told not to tell anyone. So I ate. I ate and I ate and I ate and I kept those secrets to myself. I grew up overweight. So I was teased in school, ridiculed, laughed at, whatever, all of that, all those things. And it caused me to be shy and reserved in school and stuff. I didn't want to bring any attention to myself. Why would I want to do that when all I have to do is walk in a room and people are starting the jokes, right? So I just was quiet. I had a few friends, I wasn't the most popular. I wasn't being invited to places unless you were one of my few friends, right? Don't do that, V. Thank you, sis. What was I? Unless you were one of my few friends, and someone very close to me had told me that I was a beautiful girl. I was just too big, which caused me to feel like maybe I wasn't worth the experiences that some of the girls my age were experiencing, like dating and things like that, during that time, middle school, high school.
I just saw that they're colors.
What turn colors? My glasses? I was going to middle school, high school. I was going to movies with my aunts while everybody was going to parties and, dating and all that other stuff. So,
Why said you going to party?
Oh, Vivi.
That scared me. Who did that?
So that's what was going on with me. I eventually, when I did start to receive attention, I was out of high school, and I was meeting people online, and this was like back in the day, like AOL, Messenger, AIM, and you had a group chats and those group rooms and what were they called? Or the chat rooms and stuff like that. I was meeting people over there, and sometimes you just don't. It ain't always good quality.
Mommy.
What, baby? So, and I just assumed that any attention was good attention because I hadn't received it. I hadn't been receiving it. So, yeah, if someone is showing me the attention that I've seen the girls growing up with getting, then I'm going to be down for whatever, right? And then I had a trauma which exposed me to certain things. And, I was promiscuous. So, I was giving these people a lot of my time, a lot of my attention, a lot of my energy, my body, my, just trying not to lose the one thing that I had been searching for, which was attention. And it's caused me to lose myself, spiritually, as a spiritual person. And if you're watching my video, then you might be a spiritual person.
Can they see me?
I don't know. They might be able to see the little top of your little bitty head. But
I draw on this.
So yeah, I was losing myself, and as a spiritual person, that when you are in a place where you are just giving yourself, and you are taking on energies, not putting your boundaries up, just going for whatever, then that you eventually start to lose yourself. You start taking on other people's energies, and that is not okay, because you open yourself up to many, many, many things. You open yourself up to demons. You open yourself up to spiritually transmitted diseases. You open yourself up to a lot of mental and emotional distress. So, I started having children, and I had 2 boys, by the way. Oh, I have 3 kids. 2 boys, 1 girl, and they're just so cute. But
I
had my 2 boys, and I was like,
I got 2 girls.
where you get 2 girls from, girl?
Me.
Oh, okay. But after I had my boys, I was like bouncing from house to house, trying to, without a plan. Like, what am I doing? What am I doing myself? I started asking myself, like, what am I doing? Mm-hmm.
And I will do all of my.
Okay, this is my co-host, y'all, Skylar, my co-host. And I had decided that it was time for a change. Like, here I am, 24, 2 kids, nothing of my own. But yeah, I didn't have anything to show for it. What was I giving to my children? You know, I put myself through a lot of hardships for absolutely no reason. But anyway, let me get to my story. Anyway, so as I am telling the universe that, I'm ready for change, I'm ready to like get my shit together, build something up for these kids, come on, let's get it. Okay. Okay, hold on now. So know that you need to be very careful, okay, with what you say and put out into the universe, okay? And know that when you say to the universe that you are ready for change, okay, the universe will work in your favor, okay? It will always make room for change. Your guides will help make room for change, okay? But the universe is also going to test you, okay? Let me tell you about that test, honey. Let me tell you about that test, okay? Okay, you better be studying because because honey, it's one hell of a test, okay? It's like what? I don't know. Nothing I ever seen before. Okay. So here I am getting, my paperwork for my children together just so I can have it, things that mothers do. Okay. And at this time, I didn't have a car, so I'm at the bus stop. It's like the coldest day of December. Okay. Honey, my little natural, I had no falsies, okay? I had no little extensions, okay? My natural lashes, okay, was blowing in the winds. When I tell you, my little lashes was going like this, okay? My natural lashes, okay, was going like this. It was cold. It was crisp. Huh?
Did we eat last night?
Yes, you had steak and macaroni.
Oh, we're not hungry anymore.
She's watching a video, so if you hear music, that's fine. So all of a sudden, I'm standing at the bus stop. I didn't even see this person come by. I didn't see this car drive by me. I'm just cold waiting for the bus.
My bus?
No, not your bus. And then I hear from behind me, excuse me, do you know what time the bus is coming? Yes, baby.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. She sheds. She sheds.
Dye your hair?
Girl, don't do that. Don't do me like that on YouTube, girl. Don't do me like that. So, I turn around and I'm like, oh, this guy must be catching the bus with me or something. And I was told him the time, the time the bus would be coming. And he's like, okay. He started walking off. I'm like, okay. And then he turned around and asked me if I want a ride. I sat there for like a second and it was like, oof, I don't know this person. I pray that I don't get killed up out here and that, I just didn't know what I was walking into. But, I know it was cold too. Um, so yeah. Um, I said yes, yes, yes. I would like a ride. And we started talking, getting to know each other, whatever, 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 whatever. He took me to the courthouse because I forgot, I had to meet about something. I can't remember, meet with somebody. Um, and I got there, we talked.
Mommy.
Yes, babe. We got out, hugs, you know. I don't know about this, but I gave him my number, and we had been talking constantly, 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 constantly. And I didn't realize until later in the relationship that the person I had been talking with was a narcissist. What is a narcissist? Who are narcissists? Narcissists are people who have this like grandiose sense of self most times. They believe that, they are the end all be all, that the world revolves around them. You know, everything they do is for their advantage. You know, they and it usually stems from a trauma that they've experienced in their childhood at some point, where they grew up thinking that, well, before anything happens to me, before I am hurt, I am going to hurt this person. There's no emotion. They're blocked off emotionally. They blocked everything off emotionally. So there's no real emotion. They don't know what emotions are. They don't know what love is. Anything that has been portrayed to you as love from this person is probably something that they picked up from either you and the way that you love them, or from some other reality where they felt like this is how things should be. But it's never with good intentions, never here. Okay. They take advantage of people in their relationships, and it doesn't have to be an intimate relationship. It could be friendships, um, relationships in their families, those kinds of things. Um, and and if I had have known that, and wait, back it up. Narcissists can, uh, they're usually more attracted to empathic people or empathetic people. I don't know which word is the right one. We just gonna roll with it. Huh, baby? So empathic people are people who also experience some kind of trauma, most times in their childhood. And so, or your hair hurt. Excuse me. Where they've experienced some kind of trauma in their childhood, and instead of emotionally blocking themselves off, or blocking themselves off emotionally, they feel everything. Okay. I mean everything, like even through commercials, like, my God, crying at commercials, God bless. You just don't want people to feel pain. You don't want them to hurt. You don't want them to feel left out. I didn't anyway, because that's what I experienced growing up. Like, why would I want somebody to feel like they didn't have anybody, they don't have any friends, they can't talk to nobody, when I know that feels like. So, So, yeah, and narcissists can spot empaths from miles away. It's like they can smell them in the air. They smell you. They will spot you before you spot them, and they just like, I smell one around the corner. Okay, let me just follow the scent. They're like vampires. They're vampiristic energy vampires. They cling on to you because they like the light that you have, because they don't have that. They don't have that light that you carry within you. They don't. They can be very dark people. And when they have that energy, they know what that. What, baby? I don't know why my thing does that. Hold on, y'all. So when they get a touch of that healing energy that you have, they leech onto you, and they're like parasites. They feed off of your energy. They bring in toxic situations, and they kind of just expect you to deal with it. And at some point, you need to put your boundaries up. Because if you don't, then you're setting yourself up for a little bit of disaster.
Cooked it.
Huh? I cooked it. What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it?
You cooked it.
I cooked it.
Okay.
I did. I fried it this morning. It's turkey bacon. It's a different brand, y'all. But I didn't call you turkey bacon. I said it's turkey bacon on your plate. Are you gonna let me finish this video? So they feed off of your energy until you are drained, honey. And if we don't learn to put our boundaries down, we don't learn what our boundaries are, what we're not gonna put up with, what we are gonna put up with, and stand firm in that, then prepare yourself to be drained. Prepare yourself to be lost. Prepare yourself for the depression, for the anxiety, because I experienced all of it. He made me feel like this was a love that I've never experienced before, and he would tell me that all the time, and the whole time it was a facade. Narcissists like to make a mask for each person that they meet so that they seem favorable, so that they can get people to like them. But really, that's not their character. They're just picking up characteristics from you, or personality traits from you, and whoever else's face they're in. Okay? I'm just telling you, okay? So let's get into what a narcissist is. Or I've already explained what a narcissist is. Let's get into some traits of what the traits of a narcissist carry within. There are, remember when I said that this person would call me all the time? He told me that he loved me within 2 weeks. Those things are called love bombing. That's love bombing. What hurt my baby? Girl, she is determined, honey. You okay? You got a boo-boo. I don't see a boo-boo though, girl.
I got a boo-boo.
Okay. I love you. That's called love bombing. Love bombing is when they just like bomb you with love. Like they just always throwing out, making you feel like you are just the most special person in the world. Um, at first they will dedicate a lot of time to you, text you all the time, call you all the time. What are you doing? What are you doing? Trying to make sure that they are with you all the time, checking to see how you move. Okay, that's one thing about them. They will read you. They can read you. They from conversation, from your demeanor, the way you hold yourself, they can read you. They know exactly what it is that they want from you and how to get it. Okay. um, that's love bombing. They will gaslight you. Gaslighting is when they can't take the blame for anything. They will flip it back on you. Any confrontation, like for example, if you caught this person cheating and you have the receipts for it, watch, ma. You have the receipts for it right here, okay? You said that. Here's a picture of this. Okay? They're gonna be like, oh, nah, you crazy. You're crazy, okay? You are crazy. And come here because I love you. Love bombing, gaslighting. You're crazy. Well, I did this because you did that. What? What are we? Tit for tat? Tit for tat? Drake? No. But anyway.
Why is it Drake?
I don't know, man. That's just the tone it was giving. But yeah. What else do they do? They're manipulative. They're emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically manipulative. They like to manipulate your emotions. You're there. They have supplies, so please don't think. Yeah.
Why's the commercial right here?
I don't know. So you can look like that. They, where was I? Y'all, hold on. Yeah, they will manipulate you with their body. They will manipulate you with their love bombing. It's just all manipulative. Their goal really is to make it so that you are less aware of yourself and your worth. So that you pretty much just do whatever it is that they want you to do, that you're their puppet, that you're so blind to their bullshit that you're just doing any and everything that they ask you to do. And that means that you have become their supply. Supplies are people who make it available to people what it is that they want and need. You're supplying them. Whatever it is that they know they can get from you, they will manipulate you to get it.
Gone. Why is it gone?
I don't know what we're talking about. What's gone? You should be brain on yourself. Anyway, girl. But yeah, they are dark people. You have to be careful. You have to be careful about who you invite into your energy fields, who you invite around you, who you invite in your sacred space, and because it's just always to take your energy. Let's talk about being self-aware, because a lot of the situations that I was put in this relationship, or that I allowed, that's the word, that's the word, allowed, the things that I allowed in this relationship, in that relationship, wouldn't have been allowed. Y'all don't mind my child, she just woke up. Okay. The many things that I allowed in that relationship, a person who was more self-aware, who had more self-love, wouldn't have allowed those things to happen. It would have been, thank you, next. Because no, no. Okay, so please know who you are. And if you don't know who you are and what it is that you stand for, please take the time to do that. Take the time to find yourself, find what it is that you like, know what it is that you like. Don't put yourself in a position where somebody can manipulate you to kind of like what it is that they like. And like a year ago you wouldn't be into that kind of stuff. Like, yesterday you wouldn't have been into that stuff. Like, don't do that to yourself, because you are losing yourself. You're losing yourself and you're taking on somebody else. Don't do that, y'all. Be you. The universe loves you for who you are. You would not have been made the way that you are if you weren't supposed to be that way. Let them folks go.
Can we go to the store now?
No, not yet. It's still early. We'll go out, okay? I promise. We'll go out. They want to get out in the snow. But
I know you
do, girl. I know you want to get out in the snow, girl. But yes. Let them folks go. Let them folks go. Because more likely you are not the only person, okay? Narcissists require multiple supplies, okay? So if you hear a lot of, oh, you doing this, you cheating, all this other stuff, more than likely that's what they're doing behind your back. And my lights, please no. Oh!
You turned off it.
It's a lot of interruptions today, but it's okay. We're going to get out, okay? But yes, you should know who you are. If they start accusing you of things out of nowhere, let that go. Let the relationship go, because what it is a projection, and they are doing something behind your back and trying to make you put the blame on you and drive you a little bit crazy. And we ain't got time for that. It's 2022. We ain't got time for that. We don't have time for it. You don't have time for it. And if you are working on yourself and you find that someone is asking you to sacrifice your healing for whatever situation that it is that they want to put you in, let that go. Let it go. Because what it is that they're benefiting off that broken part of you. They're benefiting off of it. They don't want you to heal because they know once you heal, they ain't gonna get that no more. Bye. Bye. Narcissists can be very aggressive people. They can be abusive. After I ended my relationship this year, a year. This week will be a year that I've been single, that I left my relationship with a narcissist. Spent 4 years in a relationship.
Let me show what's going here. It's like close up here.
A year since I ended my relationship with a narcissist. And you know, he kept using, I was just getting tired. He was in and out of incarcerations. There was, multiple addictions. Capital Z. Multiple addictions, and just a lot. And narcissists come from narcissists. So dealing with the parents was just hell. Oh my God, y'all. I was so depressed. I was anxious. It felt like everywhere I was going, I was walking on eggshells. I was living with this person and his mother at one point. And y'all, I cried almost every day. There were times I did not even want to get up. I did not want to move in this place. I did not. I did what I could I picked up another job right after I had our daughter, and worked until I saved up enough to where I could get another apartment. Because I was just so done being in there. I just knew it wasn't healthy for me. And while I was there at that home, I was blessed with a sign that I would be going through a spiritual awakening. I had a dream about a white balloon that would not leave me. At first, I ain't gonna lie, girl, thought it was a sign that thing was, ending.
Knock me out.
If you get my drift, okay? But my sister, she had been going through her spiritual journey for a while, before I started mine, and I asked, like, what does this mean? What does it mean? She said, anytime that you dream of white, it is a spiritual awakening. And so when I started researching spiritual awakenings, it started getting into meditation, astral projection, things like that. And I was just so curious, like, what does it all mean? I started reading on meditation. I started reading on New World Order. I started reading on spiritual awakenings, angel numbers, because I started seeing those more. I started seeing a lot of angel numbers. And actually, I had noticed that I would see my birthday for years. I would see my birthday in time, 8/23, 8/23, 8/23, 10/10 again on the clock. Okay, I saw that earlier this morning. So, ending in a new beginning. Okay. But yeah, I started researching a lot of things and asking for guidance. I was praying more. I moved us into this 2-bedroom apartment. It was clean. I was just so happy. And I started just like, I was in therapy because he actually suggested that I go to therapy. I told him if he would quit his addictions, I would go to therapy, because I was just depressed all the time. I didn't want to do anything. I wasn't cleaning. I wasn't showering regularly. I just could not move. All of my energy, I was just giving, and I had nothing for myself. Nothing. I was lost. So I moved into this place, and I'm, playing my music more. cooking, because I have my stove, I can move around without feeling like I'm going to be ridiculed for cooking this way or whatever. But I was still depressed a little bit. And, there were still addictions going on. I was holding up my end of the bargain, and I was just tired. I was done at this point. So even though there were incarcerations through the relationship, this last incarceration in that relationship um, pretty much was a game changer for me. I felt like um, um, is that real? Oh, anyway.
What's real?
I was just last incarceration, right? Okay, thank you for catching me up, y'all. Uh, I was just done, done. Okay, like, what are we not getting? Like, it's the same results. We're almost 40, honey. We're almost 40. You have a whole set of your own children. I have my own children, one with you. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? That relationship was the test. Like, what are you doing? You say you want change, and you're still doing the same thing. When are we going to make better decisions? Okay? That was the test. The relationship was the test. And I was done at this point, so I started making a change. And, I was being blessed. Um, um, so this last incarceration, I said that, it took me a while to even want to talk to this person because I was just done. I don't know. I was done. I was done with the blame game. I was being blamed for everything by his parents. She would always make it seem like I was the reason why this was happening. There was no accountability on his part. It was always on me. And this is why he could not grow. And I had said that, you can't come back out doing the same things. I'm in a different space. I was given all this alone time. It had been 6 months going on. 6 months, and I was enjoying my peace. I didn't have to worry about where anybody was. I didn't have to worry about anybody coming in at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. I didn't have to worry about somebody calling phones in the middle of the morning. I didn't have to worry about any of that. I didn't have to worry about whether he was overdosing somewhere or something. I didn't have to worry about any of that. I had time for introspection. Introspection is when we turn that little lens that we put on everybody else, focusing on what they're doing, and why they're doing that. And I turn it in on myself and try to figure out, why is it that I keep ending up in this cycle? Why is it that I keep ending up in these relationships where I'm unfulfilled, where I'm empty, where I'm just not satisfied? Why? Why am I always struggling? So that's what that gave me. And I realized that I had peace by myself. I was happy by myself. I was picking up shifts. I was working 12-hour shifts. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I was a LPN. I was a licensed practical nurse for 10 years. Picking up 12-hour shifts, paying my bills, which I was doing by myself anyway, even though when we first moved in, he was paying some. And that did not last. I ended up paying everything, and just the constant battery and verbal abuse that I received, saying that I would be nothing without him, that I would need him more than he needed me. You know, that if I lost anything, he would have a place to go, things like that. So, but the whole time I have been proving to myself that I was everything I needed. Everything I needed. I worked, I paid my bills. I may have struggled a little bit, but I was good. I was good. Um, I was handling everything by myself, with the occasional babysitting here and there after we moved. But I made sure that I had them in daycare or after school program. My daughter went with his mother, um, because that's her grandchild. And I worked in the morning while they were in school. My sister would drop them off in the morning on her way to work. So, I mean, everything was working. Everything was working. And I said, look, if you don't get yourself together, I cannot stay here. I cannot stay in this relationship. I can't. I need for you to get it together, because if I'm getting it together, I cannot keep babysitting. I'm not going to keep going through this. And jail time. Okay, well, I'm gonna come out and I'm about family time. I'm a family man. Do this. Oh, I'm sorry. So those things. He got out and went right back to doing what it is that he continued to do. And I wasn't dealing with it no more. I ended the relationship. We got in an argument on the anniversary of my mother's passing, and I felt like it was a sign that this just isn't going to work. And then my sister told me she had a dream about my mother saying that, let it go, honey. Press forward. Okay. So that's what I did. I ended it. We made an agreement that he can have Skylar on the weekends, my baby on the weekends, and that I would keep her during the week. There were many times that reconciliation was that that he tried to reconcile. And he would come over, reconcile. Huh? I threw my hair back. I just thought you just go touch. Girl. Now to go. Okay. Lily. Where you would come over and try to reconcile. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to keep pausing. I told y'all I have children, so we being mindful. And I just wasn't going for it. I told him, fix your soul, get yourself together. Are you okay? What's wrong? You need some water? Fix yourself, get yourself together. If it's meant to be, it will be. Right now, I need my space. I need to heal. I just need to. And they said, oh, it'll take 2 weeks. I can do that in 2 weeks. How can you heal in 2 weeks? How can you fix yourself in 2 weeks? You can't do that. How can you put a time on your healing? How can you do that? You can't. Healing takes some really good effort, and it's never, we just heal. Because you could be working on yourself and heal, and something else will happen, and you're just like, oh my God, I thought I healed from that. No, you didn't. It's like a roller coaster. You're good, then you're back down, and then you're here. You might go back down, you might go back up. It's just a lot. It's a lot of things. It's a lot of different things. So, the next month I had, oh no, my battery. But February of this month, like, he was trying to make plans for us, and I just wasn't having it. I was making plans for myself. I didn't want to be bothered. I wanted to be alone with my sister, where we were exploring spirituality together. And he called me, tried to tell me about myself, and said that he was coming to get his belongings. And I said, okay, come get them, because I was playing out of time. And, baby. And so, not only.
Mommy, you touch it. Yes.
Get your stuff. It's fine. Just go at this point. So, not only did I leave him for the manipulation of mind games, he came back over that morning intoxicated with mind games. So, after hours of him trying to reconcile, I told him to leave. He left, came back, and tried to reconcile some more. So that we were going to Denny's for breakfast, intoxicated, alcohol in hand. And I said no. And I brought his belongings to the living room. Because I wanted to make it easy. Actually, he said, get my stuff together. And I did just that. Because I'm not going to argue. I want it out. I want it out. And he laid his hands on me in front of my children. Probably because I keep pausing. So the relationship ended in domestic violence. What I have to say is to make sure that you are paying attention to the red flags. Do not ignore them. Do not ignore them. They're there for you. They're there for a reason. Do not ignore your body's warning system, your intuition. When your mind you that something isn't right and then your gut gets to going, then it's not right. It's not right. And that is your connection with the universe. And that is it's telling you to move on. Do not go any deeper, any further into mess. Don't do it to yourself. You're a being of light. You're a being of love. So keep the energy.
You can keep going. You can keep going.
So yeah. Don't ignore the red flags. Don't ignore the your body's warning system, your intuition. Stand up for yourself, because if you don't, no one else will.
Mama. You got your foot on me.
Sorry. Know who you are as a person by yourself, so that when you go into a relationship, no one can tell you like who you are. No one can tell you what you're about. No one can tell you what you're going to do. You already know what it is that you're going to do. You know what you want to do. You know what you're going to stand for, what you're not going to stand for. Don't put up with anybody's bullshit. Not in 2022, honey. Don't do that in 2022. Don't do that in 2022. Love yourself. Love yourself. All the time and attention and focus that you were and energy that you were giving into this person, take it and put it into you. You deserve that. You deserve that. Okay? You deserve that. How can you grow in a situation? Like, don't be afraid to let people go. Like, you cannot grow in a situation where there is no light. We're like plants, okay? We're just like plants. You keep us in the dark too long, keep us from getting sun. In which direction are you going to grow? Are you going to grow? You're not. You're not. The light feeds you, and when you have too much darkness around you, you're not being fed the right things, honey. You're being fed darkness. You're being fed negativity. And it's killing you. So make sure that you surround yourself with people who are like you, who are like-minded, and y'all build each other up, boost each other, hold little groups, build your own little community. There's no way to grow when you're surrounded by darkness, when you have dark around you. You know, put all that energy into you if you must. Because, honey, okay? You know, stunt on them. Stunt on yourself. Stunt on yourself. You are your only competition. Yeah. And so that's my story. I've been taking the time to feed into myself this past year, to try and get things a little more stable, to give my children that love and family that they need, and stability. I went through a program, the self-love lifestyle coaching program, where I became a certified self-love coach at the end of October. I did that. Proud of myself. Okay. And clap for your little wins, honey. Clap for your wins. Clap for your wins. That's not a little one, that's a big one. But clap for your wins. Okay. Whether they're little or whether they're big, who gives up? Celebrate yourself. Okay. Show up for yourself. Celebrate yourself. And anybody else, okay? I don't know if I can do that on YouTube, but just whatever. But that's my story. What, Ma? Huh? Okay, my soul sisters. Okay. So what are we taking out of this message today? Love yourself. Number 1. Number 2, know who you are. Number 3, set them boundaries. Number 4, follow your intuition. Number 5, make sure your children are in school when you go to tape your video. Number 6, make sure you subscribe so that you can get more content from me. We can talk more about relationships and whatever else Spirit guides us, and get into this healing journey, honey. I will leave my handles below. I told you I was going to say it again. I will leave my handles below. Make sure you follow me on YouTube. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Twitter. Oh, I gotta update my Twitter. But yes. And please remember that if you know anyone who can relate to these situations, please let them know how they can get in touch with me. Let them know how they can follow me or get in touch with me. If you can relate to any of these situations, let me know. And if you want to go into your healing journey, you need a little guidance, you need a little help, I'm here. This is what I do. Okay, reach out to me. Reach out. And know that you are a divine being. So hold your crown up. You are love personified. You are loved, capital D, exclamation points. And you are supported. And if no one's told you they love you today, I love you. Walking straight